So I bet you guys are probably wondering why I look like a bit of an American trucker drinking wine. 2 reasons. I don't want you guys to see me cry because it might get a little bit of an emotional intro. Secondly, I haven't shaved my beard, so I look like a bit of a caveman and my nose hairs are connecting to my mustache. But that's besides the point. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode marks our 1-year anniversary of The Modern Man. Damn. What a journey it's been. From shooting in boxing rings to the inside of Altitude Beach's pool to my very own man cave to Paris to Portugal to Dubai. We have done so much in 1 year, and I couldn't be prouder of the team and myself for what we've done. So I'd just like to give a little bit of thanks to the following people. So I'd like to thank the lads that started this with me. Dylan from 1920 Productions, thank you for giving us the opportunity for producing our first couple podcasts. Also to Gabriel for producing the next couple podcasts. And then to the boys that started this with me, Keegan Bailey, Manoli Katsaginis, Sebastian, Chiquito, Domingo, Bedard. I just want to say thank you to lads for believing in me and this journey. And then also to Gabi Barras for joining me now, who is now my co-host. What a vibe you've brought to this. And I'd just like to say thank you to my team, to the editing team, Lorian and James, Justine Punasami. I couldn't do this without you guys. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much. And also to the people who watch this. I never thought that this podcast would have done what it's done. Nah, scratch that. I did. So I hope you guys enjoy this mashup of all the episodes we've done over the last year. And yeah, we will see you guys for the next, I don't know how many years. Now, 2 things. Cheers to the modern man. Top G over here. Mr. Winston Kunene.
Okay.
The gist of it is that she texted me the one that she says, "You're not the man that I fell in love with," and I was like, I'm a proud cunt. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I was like,
he's the most stubborn bastard you've ever met in your life.
bye. That was it.
And
that was it. No, that was it.
Yeah.
So that was my last relationship. It was good fun though. I won't lie. The sex was great.
Okay.
The sex was
That's always
great.
a plus.
Especially when it was recorded.
You shut the fuck up.
Jesus Christ.
No,
I just picture Manny down the curtains just like, what the fuck?
Wait, a little bit to the left, guys.
because she had an OnlyFans account.
Legit.
Yeah, no, she had an OnlyFans account.
He was dating an OnlyFans.
You're okay with that?
No, I was 100% okay with that. Look, listen, a lot of men will turn around and say that, why would you want to date a woman that's showing off
This is
everything?
interesting. I'd like to hear your take.
I'm like that, bro.
No,
I wouldn't
for
I would never like
it.
For me, it's an ego boost. For me, it's an ego boost because you know what? There's a whole bunch of gents that are literally paying this woman money to look at her. I'm going,
And you're hitting it.
that's mine.
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying from that perspective.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I see
for
what
me,
you're saying.
You're the hand in the photo, bro.
Exactly.
You're the hand in the photo. I get that point, but
So
still, I don't know if I could do it.
I was very much okay with it.
I don't think I could do it, but like...
I never had an issue, my dude.
No.
But yeah, so that
As long as you're getting a cut, eh?
Okay.
No, I never got a cut. No,
You
for
didn't
me,
get a cut from none, yeah?
I was just all for fun.
Moral
dude.
support,
I had a
moral
lot of
support.
fun. No, it was a lot of fun. I won't lie. It was a lot of fun. I don't regret anything.
Yeah, but I think he could naturally.
And that's what it's about,
so
man.
anyway,
Yeah.
bro, so it's okay.
for sure.
Jeffrey Dahmer, definitely.
Yeah, that's-
He's definitely...
But that's interesting. So what's your opinion on like OnlyFans and women and stuff like that?
Bro, when it comes to OnlyFans, it's just I don't support it. I don't
Really?
feel... No, I don't, bro.
But don't you think... Like,
I
you know
think
what?
it's... Bro, these girls want all the respect from men, from this and that, but then they go and doing
It's
this.
an interesting perspective.
It's basically just... All the girls that are fighting for them, these girls are on the side doing these OnlyFans where
Fair
there's...
enough.
I wouldn't say they don't have respect for themselves, but it looks like they don't.
Let
And
me-
they portray themselves in social media and on this and on that with... I have no respect for them. If you're
Let me
doing OnlyFans and
tackle it.
now your girlfriend doing that,
Okay.
is different to me as well. I mean, if my girlfriend even came with the suggestion that she went to OnlyFans, I'd be like,
So I have
Wouldn't you want a feature? Are you joking? My dude.
wax strip, you know, get into
100%,
shape,
bro.
you know,
You're there busy putting your strokes in. Everyone's
Yeah.
wishing that was them. I'm
Yeah,
like, fuck
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You put the Batman signal across your
Yeah,
chest.
bro.
Exactly,
The
exactly.
thing is
The
that
shine of the flashlight, you know.
No, I agree with Bailey on that point, bro.
my
I
perspective is
don't
that
think
men have been
in
profiting. They have monetized women.
Yeah.
for
Listen,
the
if they're
longest
gonna
time.
send news, they're gonna send
That
news and
is
get
true.
paid for it. That's
So
cool, bro.
you know
I get
what?
that
I
point,
think
bro.
maybe it's my inner feminist that agrees with it
Yeah.
because they are now in charge. You know,
Yeah.
that
no,
was
I get
my
it.
thing
I
on
get it. All perspective.
So they're making money
Yeah.
off
All
of
have
it
difference.
their own way instead of having, you know what? Think about with prostitutes. You know, you go to pimp and he's in control of all of them.
6, bro. 6 souls,
They are
man.
doing they're cutting out the middleman, you know. They're making all of their money for themselves. Yes, it's still a very questionable.
But did you see
career.
OnlyFans paid out $3.6 billion to their creators last month.
So the one time I was with 2 friends of mine, we were watching TV. We were all playing football at the time, and the Idols advert came up for auditions, and they were like, "I dare you to go on Idols and sing like a chipmunk." So I was like, "Okay, why not? Like we've got the time, you know.
Yeah.
You can only train so much in a day when you're playing football."
Yeah.
So when the auditions came, we went. So I actually had my cousin and one of my friends. It was the 3 of us that went.
It was when you had short hair still, bro.
Short hair. And I was 18, turning 19, like at the time. And then I didn't know you had to wait in a line for like 10 hours.
The whole day. Yeah.
But I don't know if you know this. Time to educate you guys a little bit about how these shows work.
Okay.
So you wait in a line for all these hours. You think you're going to see the judges. There's going to be cameras, all that. There isn't. You wait in a line. You go one by one into like different boardrooms. And there's either a guy behind a desk or a lady behind a desk with a clipboard. And you have like 30 seconds to sing something. And then you go out. Next person, you go out.
And then they put you through after.
And then you go through to a next round. There were about 3 rounds before you see the judges. You actually see the judges. So it took about a week of going in and out.
But now you were
To
committed,
actually
bro.
get
and
to
now
the
it's
judges.
You were
to
committed.
actually get to the judges. And
Crazy.
in that period, they also have like a media day. So like you go in and that's when they do all your interviews.
Yeah.
You have to wear the same clothes as if you are
Same
it's
day.
the same day.
yeah.
So when you watch it on TV, you think
Wouldn't even know. Yeah.
you think like this happened now. They waited all these hours and they're seeing the judge. They also have like the producers and directors assisting you with what to say.
yeah.
Like they add a little bit of spice to
Very
your stories.
staged.
Very
Yeah,
staged.
You guys
Sure.
fucking lied to us,
Very
man.
staged.
Fuck you guys.
So, like I'm a
Damn, I don't.
His name, Grandma.
The betrayals,
Listen,
man.
it's not just.
I feel hurt.
This is my
bro.
childhood.
Why do you think the shows like X Factor or America's Got Talent, all of that?
Yeah.
It's always about the story. It's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah.
entertainment
They
value.
always go far, eh?
Yes. And what makes good TV?
What
Yeah,
makes good
exactly.
TV.
You get it.
So
you
let
get
me
it.
tell
gotta
you.
get random.
We're
let me
not
tell you-
happy, but we understand.
Listen how
Random
crazy
we
this
watch
is.
here, bro.
So they categorize you. Like you get like it's a lanyard.
Yeah.
With like a checkbox of things that you need to go through. So it's like your interview, it's your Idols Extra where you have to say, you're watching Idols Extra or tune in to this, blah, blah, blah.
Like Disney Channel.
Yeah,
you have
but
to, like,
then
draw the fuck-
yeah, but they make you they categorize you like those that they think will go through, those that are bad, and
Wouldn't
then the
my
entertainment.
contenders.
Yeah, wouldn't my contenders, and then entertainment. So like those people like me, I was there deliberately to just make cuck, like
Okay.
go sing like a chipmunk. Be on
Because no one
TV.
else was doing that.
No
bro.
one else was doing that.
Ever did that.
But
bro.
sometimes you get people that go on and they wear costumes or they.
Yeah.
You also get people that sing bad on purpose.
Oh,
So, like,
you
my-
know, Red Velvet.
my
Black
year-
Velvet, what's the thing?
My year I went, 2 of the guys that were also wouldn't my contenders, they just sang bad on purpose. So that's not actually how they sing.
Just taking a
They
piss.
just sing bad because it's funny. It's like
Yeah.
There for TV, bro.
it's there for
Yeah.
TV. So like I can tell you now, I hate to break this to a lot of people. You know that guy that sang Happy Birthday on Idols?
Yeah, I know
Yes,
exactly.
I
yes,
what
can
you're
tell
talking
you,
about.
I can tell you now, that guy was.
We'll
that
put the
was-
clip up on the thing, bro.
Did it on stage?
That was him complete. I'm telling you, that was staged. We have to make this legit.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
Is it crazy that it's hilarious and
ridiculous,
fucking
bro.
good?
Thank you.
Try find a good woman in Cyril's economy, bro.
Tough times.
No, but when
If you're wondering, Kamal's never been a fan from day one.
What?
no,
Of Cyril.
I
Didn't
don't-
you used to rock around in the ANC shirt, bro?
I don't know what you're talking about. So when I got sparked with MDMA, I was partying with the English, obviously.
No,
It's personal.
tell them where you were.
No, it's personal. Landed up at a place called Third Place.
Called third place.
Yeah, Third Place.
Fuck's third place, bro?
It's, you know, you normally have the party, then the after party.
Oh,
and
then the
you have
after party. The
Yeah.
third place.
So does someone's
Okay.
house.
Nope.
Yeah.
It is.
Ah.
It's a club.
It is a club
called
in
place-
town. It's called Third Place.
What?
It's next to Ant Club.
Dude, that's actually pretty cool, bro.
It's just sick.
That's pretty fucking awesome. That's
But-
actually a really clever.
It's cool, but
That's a cool.
But no, now I'm sparked on MDMA. Black people aren't supposed to be this happy, bro. That's the first thing. I was like, no ways. How am I feeling like I'm not struggling right now?
Did you feel a little bit privileged?
I've always felt privileged, but that day I felt extra privileged. If that's what feeling white is, I don't want to feel that shit ever again, bro. Yes. But so now I'm trying to literally pull myself towards myself, and one of the most beautiful colored women comes up to me and says, "Listen, let's go to the bathroom quickly." I'm already happy as hell, so I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Now you're gonna have an epic ending.
Get into the cubicle. Her boyfriend gets into the cubicle and sticks his finger in my mouth, fish hooks me. And they tried to have sexual relations with me.
so
This
before
is not where I thought this was going, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
so before he went to this place, I told him not to go. I told him not to go.
Wait, what is this visual?
I'm getting sexually molested and these guys are laughing. Oak put a finger in my mouth, Oak's are laughing, bro.
So you wait. She walked in,
Yeah, she took
And then
me by
you
my
walked in.
hand.
He
She
followed.
took me
and you
by
didn't
my
see
hand.
behind you, bro. And this guy just walked
Bro,
in
she
and closed
closed
it
the
behind
door.
you, bro.
I was too preoccupied. She closed the door. Then the guy came in and he's like, "Oh, baby, he's
You look
beautiful."
nice. Oh my god.
I'm smiling because of the flipping MDMA. So I think he took that as consent. Oh my God.
You should have heard the phone call when he wanted us to come pick him up.
What did it sound like, bro?
Just
Please. No, I had a friend there. No,
God,
I had a friend there.
I'm beautiful. Take me out.
Another fellow man of color, he was also there.
Yeah.
He decided to also party with the English and do a couple of things called Dr. Death.
I don't know what that is.
It's apparently a thing that these young kids like to call ecstasy.
You're not just a machine, bro. Like you've killed so many like personal aspects of your life. You're a father of two, man. That is
Best thing.
That in itself.
that alone is a subject that we could probably speak about for long, bro. But what is it like being a dad? Because a lot of people.
Was it
between
scary?
our
Can I
age-
ask you, was it scary?
It must have been scary.
I want to say no, because you do have your fears,
Okay.
but not in proportion to how. I mean, being a dad's fun.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe this. Yes, it's not easy, but nothing ever is easy. This podcast is not easy.
No.
Yeah.
You just want to and you can do it upset. You can be like fucking miserable. Come here, talk for the sake of it, and
That's
the
me in the
content
morning,
may be
yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
it doesn't
yeah.
guarantee whether you're happy
Yeah,
or
yeah.
not doing it. Guarantee the outcome. You can have a mad successful podcast hating what you do. This is why that all these one-line narratives of do what you love, Lana, you can kill it.
Yeah.
Being unhappy, and that's just the truth.
Yeah.
So don't hold on to that. But being a dad, right? I've always looked at it. These little humans that are toys that you now have to look after. It's a responsibility, cool, but how awesome is that?
It's rewarding.
They're like little people, and they're their own people.
Yeah.
Like as parents,
They have
sometimes
their
you
own
want them to be like
personalities,
you,
yeah.
but you're getting to know them as much as.
They're getting to know you.
But there was a time where I was worried, right? Because for my firstborn child, for the first 3 months of his life, like they do nothing basically. As you have a child, great moment, take some pictures, and you're like, I'm a dad. It's deep and stuff. But for me personally, I thought something wrong with there was something wrong with me, bro. Because the first 3 months, and then I went
You
to
didn't
Reza
feel
and I was
that.
like, I don't have a connection to this kid, and I think there's something wrong with me.
Jesus.
And she
And
was
it must
like,
have been
you know
playing with
what?
your mind,
It's actually
bro.
normal. And this is, okay, the importance, how awesome my wife is. She's always supported me, bro. Like, you need,
That's
you know, I get a
beautiful,
lot of
though.
shit
No,
done.
that's beautiful.
She's the Superman.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
the machine, bro. Anyway, brownie points.
Shout out.
So,
He can't wait
so
to
she
get
was
home
like,
after this.
like, how cool is this, right? So this is an example of where you think things aren't going the right
Yeah.
way. I don't know. Let's think of it as one. But she hit me with a line. She's like, I've built a relationship with this child for the last 10 months in my stomach, 11, 12, 13 months. So I'm a year ahead of you. That's why I'm so attached to this baby. And I also read somewhere it's normal for that. And, you know, it's because
Put your mind at
you don't
ease.
really have any responsibility to deal with the child. They need my boobs, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
right?
You kind of just there going, hi, I'm your dad, and then you leave.
You there
Yeah,
for
and then you're like,
support.
but we, you know, and the
Yeah, I
baby
get
just
you.
wants to
So
live.
would you call it a hit and run? Like,
But anyway, bro, like being a dad is world class.
You make it sound, you make things sound so nice, bro.
dude, I was just
the
about
thought
to
of
say,
being a
bro,
dad
like, even-
scares the shit out of me,
it's
bro.
straight facts, but
No, I'll
after
take my
listening
hats
to
off to
Nabeel,
you.
I can't wait to.
Let's go have kids, bro.
Yeah, let's go put a couple in here. Let's go put a couple buns.
You know, that's my go-to advice. People are worried about getting their finances in order.
Yeah.
Bullshit,
Go
bro. Have a kid. Something in the universe,
just
whatever you
got
want to
hot all
call
of a
it,
sudden.
we call it berkat, blessing.
sweating more than I
A
was.
child comes with their own, bro. Like, just trust. I don't know if you want to scientifically prove it, that
Yeah.
when you have a kid, you realize
your
a lot,
brain,
you
it
start
changes.
operating
Yes,
better,
things kick
discipline
in.
will
Really?
come, blah, blah, blah.
100%.
Okay, but yeah, you don't have a choice anymore.
You'll just get
You don't have
richer.
a choice
But it comes
anymore. Like,
naturally,
that's-
doesn't it?
Naturally.
No, you'll get richer. I like
Yeah, I'm
that. I
telling
like
you.
that. Let's
Have a
let's-
So if we have kids, we get richer.
I've toured a DJ for a weekend where I thought the first night he did so much cocaine that I thought he was going to die. And I actually phoned my partners and I said to him, I'm like, guys, I don't think we're going to have a show tomorrow.
This oak's gonna fucking pig.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So you've got
Yeah,
this,
bro.
and he's just going line
So did you
after
cancel
line
it, eh?
after-
Did you
Hey?
not? Did you not go to?
No, he did it, bro, but he didn't sleep for 4 days. He landed.
So he could have been the one running the world record attempt, bro.
He landed straight into, like, he landed the Thursday morning.
Yeah.
No, the Thursday evening. My drivers phoned me. They said to me, Dad, we've got 2 problems. I said, fuck, what now? So this first show was in Cape Town. We've got 2 problems. 1, this guy wants to go jawling. 2, they've lost his luggage. Like, fuck. Like,
a shit show from the
like,
start.
yeah. So I'm like, well, there's not really anywhere for us to go tonight. Like, tell him to come to the hotel. There's a pool up on the top. I've got his hospitality rider. We'll go upstairs and have a couple of drinks and feel the way out. We'll feel the night out.
No,
So
but
he
he
got
said
there.
joining you.
He got there. Manager came up to me. First thing he said is like, can we organize cocaine? Okay. My name's Danny. Nice to meet you. I mean, I'll make a couple of phone calls. So my partner, my
How did
partner,
you feel, bro? Having to be like funny. So guys, where can I get some coke?
no, I left it up to my partner, bro. I don't go. That's not my department of expertise. My partner.
He just delegates it.
So I phoned him. I said to him, I'm like, bro, he wants cocaine. You need to sort it out. I'm not getting involved in this. Sort it out. A couple of hours later, the dealer arrived. Said to the manager, you go and sort it out with him. Manager went and sorted it out. Went to the artists. And it was like maybe like 2-3 hours of, what do you call it? Like a meerkat. Like going down, coming up, coming down, coming up. Until
a meerkat,
eventually,
I don't know where he was going with the meerkat thing, bro. I'm gonna meerkat thing. Wait.
Going down.
Even when he
Going
did
up.
the first.
Going down.
Okay. Now I get you now.
Yeah, until eventually it was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I said to the manager, I'm like, bro, I need to go to bed. Like, we've got a show to produce tomorrow. Like, are you guys going to be okay? It's like, yeah, don't worry.
What was the oak doing though? I mean, like this entire time, like, was he just
All he was doing was cocaine, bro. That's all he was doing.
was he what? Was he just sitting there with lines in front of him?
With lines of cocaine in front of
Fuck
me,
me
or in
sideways.
front of him. Not me. If anybody listens to it, it wasn't me. And that's all he did, bro. Me and the manager sat on the other side of the sort of pool area. We chatted. This guy and
He
his
was just
girlfriend.
babysitting, eh?
This guy and his girlfriend were just going at it for the whole night. Eventually, I said to the manager, I'm like, bro, I've got a show to produce tomorrow. I got to go to bed. Cool. Went to bed. About 6:30 in the morning, the artist came like kicking the door. My hotel down, basically, bro. Like walked into my hotel room, beer in his hand, sunglasses on, no shirt on. And he's like, come, we're going to party now. I'm like, bro, you fucking mad. Dad, there's no chance. I'm like I'm going right now to go and set up the show for you to play later on. And he's like,
It's like a hangover
they're cool.
movie.
I'm coming with you to the show prep. I'm like, cool, come with us, bro. So there was me busy sorting
that's
out.
not something you want.
No, me
Wild
sorting out the
motherfucker,
show
man.
while he was actually on stage, busy sound testing, whatever, shirt off still, sunglasses on, beer in his hand.
You were sending it, eh?
Sending it, bro.
4-day
Sending it.
bender.
Eventually, it's like, I don't know, like 2 o'clock. And he was supposed to be performing at about like 9, 10 o'clock that night. Now this like fucked, bro. Like, fucked. Phone my partner. I'm like, guys, this like not making it tonight. Never mind tomorrow. They're like, well, let's see what happens. Let's push through. Cool.
Yeah.
Did the show. That he performed that night, surprisingly, and he fucking ripped it. Cool. I'm not going to obviously tell you who it was, but he like really cool.
Yeah.
Next morning, flew up to Joburg because we were doing the main show up in Joburg. Hadn't slept the whole night. Landed in Joburg. First thing he said, want cocaine again? Jesus, bro.
No.
First of all, not my department. Speak to my partner. Second of all, you're going to kill yourself. He's not going to perform. He's not going to perform unless he gets his cocaine.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
cool, bro. Fuck, no problem.
So he's not just a cokehead, he's a diva as well, eh?
Yeah.
Straight up.
So I went to go and set up again the second show, go and sort out everything there. Drivers again phoned me from the hotel. He's like, this guy's gone wild, man. I'm like, whatever you do, just get him in the car, bring him to the
venue.
We'll sort him out when he gets to the venue. Got to the venue, we sobered him up a little bit, like try to calm him down a bit.
Give him more coke.
No. Then we were like, no chance, bro. No chance. Not getting it. We've got a show to produce, and you need to be alive. You can't fucking die on me, man. Like,
Imagine the oak pegs there at the fucking festival,
bro. And like the way these guys carry on, like
You wouldn't be surprised, bro.
that's why like some of the big guys they get so lost into it that they do because it's and I actually asked him. I said to him, I'm like, eventually the Sunday when we were doing the final show, like we had formed like quite a cool bond. Like we had become like mates as such. So much so that he actually invited me to his wedding a couple of months later.
Shit.
Wild wedding. bro.
I didn't go. I didn't go.
She's in that cake, boy. Icing.
But I said to him, I'm like, bro, like you can't do this much coke. It's not good for you. Like I understand recreation or whatever, but you can't do this. He's like, Dan, I do it because I need to mask certain things around people, right? So because he went from 0 to hero in the matter of like a couple of months, all of a sudden everybody's on him for his fame.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know how to distinguish between a friendship and a leech, which I now start understanding. I'm like, okay, well, the cocaine is there as a sort of a comfort that opens yourself up a little bit so you can be around all of these people. But I'm like, bro, like that doesn't last long. Like
That's
you're gonna
not healthy,
eventually, you're
yeah,
gonna kill yourself, or you're gonna kill your career, or you're gonna do something stupid, and then it's over.
We're all chasing the same thing, chasing not the same thing exactly.
Yeah. But
We all
the
have
same-
our own
the
dreams.
dream, bro.
Yeah.
The dream. You're chasing a dream, whatever that might be. So, yeah, but not every day is
People-
rosy and happy and whatever. You wake up, bro.
In my opinion, I think there's more worse days than there are good days.
Bro, no one talks
in
about.
just
we
general,
need-
but as a man waking up in the morning, fuck, bro. You have more bad days than you have good days, but those good days are unbelievable, bro. It makes up
I agree with you, Derek.
because there's you got so much pressure on your shoulders, bro. As a man, you got to provide. You got goals, bro. And if you hold yourself to like a very high standard of you know you got to get to those goals and you don't do it, bro, you beat yourself up. You struggle the next day, bro. And every day is a fucking struggle too. And some days work out, some days don't work out. And
But when you get the one good day,
yeah, then it's top shelf, bro.
beautiful.
So, yeah, no, fuck.
Yeah,
bro.
but like I was saying, no one, I agree 100% with you. No one talks about those bad days. Like,
Who's gonna listen, bro?
I guess that's why
That's
we
why
made
we-
this podcast, bro.
exactly.
Talking to people, you know
And
how they feel,
men's-
what they think about certain
like
things.
we said, the suicide rate. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is.
But it's
I just-
high.
it's
Isn't
high,
it, it's
bro.
like 85%.
Come on,
men.
like I mean, no one talks
So-
about mental health, men's mental health,
Not
what
enough.
men
bro.
go through, the pressures of all of those things. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I can also have that feeling of, you could be saying my name today. Yo, Chrizz Beats, the guy from radio.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
never used to speak. Now he speaks and he does. Then tomorrow, who knows? I can be like, hey, people can be like, hey, this guy is done. I can make one mistake.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like, you know,
But
that's the
life, though,
intention.
bro.
That's life.
That's life. You can do
It
10
has
good
happened.
things, they'll remember the one fucking bad thing.
That's what I mean. And then
That's
you lose
the
all of
problem,
that
bro.
stuff.
You lose
And no one
momentum.
talks about those pressures. Like you're saying, men's mental health. We need to speak to each other. And that's one of the things I like about this place. And, you know, being here,
This
besides
community.
all the generic entrepreneurs hustling, blah, blah, blah. We come here. We have, like, I had a bad weekend. I'll be honest, I had a bad weekend this weekend. The first thing I came to do on Sunday, as I woke up, got ready, I came directly here because I knew one of the shops would definitely be open.
Yeah.
I told that person what, you know, A, B, C, and D, I feel like this. Bro, he listened, he gave me his advice. Today I feel better. I could wake up and come and do the shelves.
Yeah.
Where normally on a normal Monday, I'm beating myself up about a certain thing that I
got you fucked this weekend.
Or nah.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
I get
On
your
a
point.
serious thing.
Yeah,
I know we're going deep and serious.
No, I
It's
actually
just,
love it.
you know, sometimes people need to hear it. Because we always they see us on stage.
Yeah, you see one side of the coin.
Look how good his life is, bro. Yeah. They think, look how he's got it. He's lucky. He's what can he be sad about?
He's a person.
100%.
And that is a fucking lie. It doesn't matter what you have, bro. People always like you should, you know, someone else always got it worse. Yo, people do, but that doesn't mean that your problem, like my problems, aren't fucking relevant. And to find, dude, you're lucky that a lot of guys don't have friends to speak to, bro. They don't have the right friends to speak to, because you can also have friends to speak to and you're speaking to a fucking devil in disguise, bro. When if you got to speak to the right person, it takes a load off, bro. And as men, I think we're very proud. You don't want to put it out there. You know, you don't want people to think, oh fuck, he's struggling, this, that. But we are, bro. We are. But you try to keep it internal, but sometimes guys, like, this, please go find a friend. An interesting year that I've been wanting to hear about is Mr. Bales over here. What a transition.
Yeah, tell us, man.
What a transition, bro. You have a story for us.
Well, I'm going to talk about something that most people don't probably know, bro. Probably my boys know this, my close family. And I'm just saying...
Dude, are you publicly coming out?
That was a good one. One-liner. We got him on a one-liner. Okay. Back to the seriousness.
Thanks, Manoli.
I love you, bro.
Serious situation, but we turn it... Okay, but yeah, it's not that serious, but...
That would you want.
Anyway, for everyone that doesn't know, I've been in America for 6 years. As soon as I left high school, went overseas to play soccer in America. And July came, it was time to come home. And, bro, I wasn't upset about it. I was excited. I've missed home, missed my friends, missed my family, and had a good life that side, made the best friends ever, but just time to come home, you know? I mean, everyone has this thing about America, like it's the best thing in the world and stuff like that. But I mean, like I always say to everyone that asks me that question, there's no perfect place to live in the world, right? The perfect place for me to live in the world is where your family is, your friends are, you have the best time. So my decision at the end of the day was to come home instead of, I wouldn't say suffer, but I mean, I couldn't work for money when I was there. I was on a student visa. You're not allowed to work on a student visa in order to make money. So what do you do there? You're still a kid. You're still in high school. So after my years, graduated, got my degree, worked for a year, great company. And it was just time to come home. So I came home. And obviously I didn't know where things were going. You know, like it's... Man, I haven't been here for 6 years. I mean, everyone's grown, everyone's at.
Things have changed.
Been a long
much.
time.
So much has changed. I've lost
You
friends.
also moved out of Benoni, so I'm the only one that's actually still
there,
intact
yeah.
from hometown, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm saying, like, you lose friends, you lose contact with people. That I'm not saying you lose friends, but contact with people is a thing. Like, you have contact with people which are your friends on a night out, but at the end of the day, they're just a contact.
True.
And when you get
yeah.
distance, you're not going out, you're not seeing that person. That person is a contact. It's not It's no longer a friend, it's a contact. So you actually distinguish who's contacts and who's friends, right?
Yeah.
So when I came back, obviously, had many friends that I kept in contact with. MJ and I spoke, I would honestly say every
Majority
day.
of the time, bro. Yeah, close
Almost
to
every
every
day.
day, bro. Yeah.
Can't talk about some of the videos he's received and some of his I've received, but
Or live videos that we have received at Sunday mornings at 10 a.m.
yeah.
I feel like there's a story behind
Oh,
it.
homie. But we'll get into that. The thing is, like, Oaks, obviously, they know your face, so they see you guys, oh, this fighter, you know, let me push his button, see how far you can push them, like, how difficult is it? Like, where do you call a line before you actually just give someone a slap and tell them to stop, bro?
Fuck around and find out.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out, bro.
It's the truth, bro. If you're going to push buttons, you're going to get the consequence. And a lot of people in today's day and age don't believe that should be the case.
Yeah.
I'm still old school like that, and a lot of people that I surround myself with are old school like that. If you're going to push their buttons, you're going to catch one. And I've been like that since I was 14 years old, and it won't change. Yes, there's consequences for action. So if you're going to hit someone, if dude might fall, hit his head and die, and that's happened before in our circles.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're not going to be walkovers, and we're not going to be
You're not gonna let
pushed
someone-
around
yeah.
because of an egotistical battle, especially out in a pub or out in a club or at a festival, which is predominantly why I don't go to those places.
I was about to say, do you, like, avoid those kind of places because of that, bro?
Definitely, because guys are drinking, guys are taking drugs, and they believe that they can do something more than what they can.
Yeah.
And like Lucas said, it's not fair. We put hours in this ring and on the mats, and it's what we do for a living. It's literally our lifestyle. It's like taking a guy who's just learned how to drive and a guy who races Formula One. It's very different. Whether it's professional boxing, MMA, even a guy that's just a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. He'll give a guy in the street that thinks he knows how to fight an absolute hiding, and I could probably put my sister up against some guys, and I'd be like, she'll be fine.
I've seen the video, but yeah,
it's the truth, because she's educated in combat.
So it's like, as you say, it's like a whole education fighting, bro. It's not like, a lot of people think you have to be, it's the like physicalness and stuff, but it's more like a mental game than anything else, rather than.
In the history of martial arts, guys are not aggressive guys that go out looking for fights. It's guys who are passionate about a martial art, and martial arts is discipline at the end of the day.
Like, just to start off, there is nothing better in this world than being a parent. Like, I don't mean to get all like mushy at the start of the
No, go on.
But like, for me, like, we struggled, myself and my wife, Maxine, we struggled to get pregnant. So to be gifted twins, not that like we could have been one, could have been 10 for whatever it is, but like when you struggle to have kids,
and then you get two,
it's like, I mean, it's a blessing. It's beyond a blessing. And so I think the little things we don't take for granted, like, I try to be as involved as I can be. Like, my thing within the parental role is like I bath them every night. And that's my time with them, because my wife is super mom and she looks after them and takes them to school. I sometimes take them to school, but like everything in between she does. So I need my bonding time as well. But what it does to like an entrepreneur, like, just to zoom in on like me, like, it's been my biggest driver and motivator. Not that I had a problem with being motivated before. Like, I literally am obsessed with doing everything at the highest level, and whether it's directly or indirectly, it's them. It's all them, because it's all for them. So I thoroughly enjoy being a parent. I appreciate all the little things, and it's hard. It's hard as can I swear? It's hard as fuck. It's hard as fuck. But the joy that you get from being a parent, the rewards of seeing them develop their little personalities, and you try and make them a better version of what you are, to try not make the same mistakes.
Correct.
To make mistakes so that they can grow, not to put them in a little bubble and
because I think
them.
a lot of people have they
shelter them a little
overcompensate.
bit.
They
No,
overcompensate
geez.
from having a hard
Like,
life. And
if they
come
get
back
bullied, okay, well, maybe give them the tools to like help them deal with it
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
like puffing a chest out and like, ooh, you know what I mean? And you go through that. It's human nature to be protective of your own. But, you know, ultimately you want them to develop, you want them to learn and grow, and they got to, you know, hurt themselves to understand,
Yeah.
okay, cool, maybe I shouldn't have done that and whatever. And the same with the emotional stuff, which is a real thing, the bullying stuff and
because shit's different now in schools.
yeah, but
And the
also
bullying doesn't stop at school these days.
I think you know, society protects kids now more than they did back then. I mean,
for sure.
We would get 6 jacks for getting out of line. You don't really get that these days. So a lot is different.
But do you think that is protecting them or just kind of sheltering
Listen,
them a little bit?
I'll be honest. I do believe that there is a level of like toughness that you get from you know, being initiated and, you know, all these things that you hear about that you don't really hear that much about anymore. But
you got tough skin.
Yeah, like I do believe it just toughens you up, and I always try to keep that in the back of my mind. And it's like, you know, they'll come and complain to me and like, oh, they were nasty to me. I'm like, well, toughen up. Like, you know what? Just next time tell them, listen, I don't like what you're doing or whatever it is. So just without being too protective, because if you cocoon them too much, I think
it's a fine line.
Yeah, it is a fine line. And look, there isn't a science to it, but you take your experiences and you try like slowly edge them in the right direction and let them figure it out themselves.
Why are you trying to show everybody your relationship? Not you, like specifically. I'm just thinking like now, everybody's posting their relationships online, the hand holding, the cute stuff, the this, the that. And you guys have only been together a couple months. Like, I get it. The honeymoon phase is a real fucking thing, guys. Like, we all fall head over fucking heels for people. But the problem is you look like such a clown afterwards because you're posting all these things and then next minute your Instagram's empty. There's no photos of them anymore. That's when all the guys are sliding in the DMs, you know. You start posting these self-help quotes on your fucking story. What is like, I'm so...
You know what the best one is?
Bro, like, and
the
you know,
best quote.
don't trust no hoe. Like,
the best quote that gets posted every time is, I know what I bring to the table, so I'm not afraid to eat alone.
And you guys brought the table together and he took it.
I think it's like... I think there's like a few things it could be. Either those people are like looking for validation, 1. 2, the honeymoon thing. You honestly are. You think you're so in love.
Infatuated.
Or 3, you're trying to chase off the other bitches and the other guys. So you're trying to show everyone like, this is my property.
Okay.
So I have a question. I know, I won't say all, but a lot of producers take extreme offense when you call them DJs. So what are like the main differences? Do DJs just play other people's music and producers actually create their own, or?
Look, I know very few DJs that actually just play their own music. So I think anybody that would be offended by that probably thinks too highly of themselves. But I think the problem
Slaps.
Yeah. The problem also happens is like, if I think of some of the people that I know, like some people get into this making music because that's their passion. They then have to play it live. Like there's, like in this country anyway, you really struggle. Like I know some guys that make music for other producers who are touring Europe, where these guys that are making the music for them are still living with their parents or living in shacks. Like they just, it's the reward for making music isn't necessarily there if you're just interested in making music. Obviously, internationally, there'll be songwriters and ghost producers and things like that, but here it's very difficult if you're just prepared to make music. If you're thrown into the deep end as somebody, and the thing is with making music is like, as you said, it takes a lot of time. You're sitting there by yourself in isolation for a lot of the part. Like house is very different to hip hop. Like hip hop is about a vibe. You can have 20 guys in the studio all drinking Hennessy, all like smoking a joint, having a time live, and you'll be able to create a really good song. Electronic music is completely different because it's way more intricate. Like it's very difficult. Piece by piece. Yeah, it's like you're really thinking about the sounds and how to create something. So yeah, it's a very different experience to making hip hop. But you're sitting in isolation for the most part. So like people who do that have to be accustomed to being by themselves for long periods of time. And guys that get into this that didn't start out as DJs end up struggling with that social anxiety of now being thrust, especially if they start to get more renowned quicker than if they had just been like going through the phases of nobody giving a shit about them, and now they're actually playing. So like there's a couple of guys that I know personally that have really struggled with that. And that's also why I think a lot of guys tend to rely on substances to get out of their shells a little bit, whether it's alcohol or something else. It's like you end up relying on this crutch, especially if you're more introverted, to not even creativity, but like gigs wise. Like I don't take anything or drink when I'm creating something because I don't need that. And I also know the more dependent you become on that, the more you need more when you want to do it. So like it's better not to go down that road.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. But
he does not into temptation, bro.
But the thing is like if you're out, and I found that especially like being out more, the more busy I got, was like you can't really be, especially the more renowned you become or the more popular you become, if your interactions with people are when you're sober and they're drunk, you're on completely different pages. Like if somebody's at a 10 and you're at a 3, they're just going to think you're a rude piece of shit. Like they're going to be like, we met this guy. Like I've heard it because I've managed Timur Azul for like 8 years now. And he's also quite introverted and also for the most part like on the odd occasion might drink something, but for the most part he plays sober. And like he'll be chill. He's not rude. He's not like unwilling to engage, but like if you're coming in somebody's face and you think that you deserve their time
and
because
their personal space, like a little bubble, and people are fucked.
And shouting and spitting in your face or like shouting in your ear, it's like it's so hard to engage with them in a way that they actually feel in a polite way. So you might brush them off or not give them the attention that they want, and all of a sudden you become this dickhead, and then they go around talking. Like I've heard stories like, we met him at Madison Avenue and he was so rude, and it's like, okay, like what did you do?
Is it just because you don't smile, bro?
I mean, for them, I haven't heard that about myself. I've heard people say that I've never met, that they call me a dickhead, but I've never if somebody comes up to me, regardless of how, I'll try my best to like at least acknowledge them in a way that they feel like validated.
I think some women respect men
who knows
that other women want. You know what I mean? And
right,
as a dude, to get female affection is like it's a lot harder to do, than a chick getting a man's attention. Like a chick could walk out tomorrow and bang 10 guys if she wanted to. Dude, for us to do that, like, I mean, to bang one, that's like that's quite something. You know what I mean? Like you gotta work. Like we gotta work to be, reach a certain status. We have to be funny. We have to be
that so hard. Good. Just to bang one. Like.
But have you heard that saying about the key and the lock?
Yeah, that's it, dude.
What a saying, bro. How does it go?
The key that can open many doors is a master key.
Yeah.
But a lock that can be unlocked by a lot of keys is fucking useless.
It's a shitty lock. Yeah.
I think it stems down to my personality, where I love people pleasing. If that's what we're gonna call it. I enjoy where, like, someone's smiling. It's got to do a big part with of the DJing as well. I enjoy playing for the people. Some guys are purists, and I don't take away from them. But for me, it's like, I really enjoy people laughing and dancing, and that's just relating it to the DJing. So rejection is a huge fear. I don't know how deep you want me to
go, bro. Go, because I understand the whole rejection thing, bro. You don't want, especially if you're putting effort into something, bro. You've made the time, you've set something up. Not even just work-wise. I think it also stems into relationships. Friendships, all of that. Just plain old rejection fucking sucks, bro.
Yeah, listen, it does fucking suck. That's probably the only way to put it.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess a lot of people don't like to believe it. So, I mean, getting deep into it, we can say that I can tell you more people than less fear rejection in a large way. And it stems down to the little things. When you wake up and you put toast in the or put bread in the toaster. when you put bread.
I even thought about that one. I'm like, what? Yeah.
For let's just say for your dad before school, and you walk out and dad's already left and he's eating his toast, but he didn't say thank you. You kind of like, shit. Did he
not enjoy it?
Like, did he accept that his son made him toast? Or did he not enjoy it? Or did he not feel like toast today? He didn't say anything, so there's also that unknown, and it's little things like that. So I think a lot of people deal with rejection subconsciously that they don't realize, and I'm pretty self-aware, and I like to be self-aware because accountability is a huge moral of mine. So
Fuck, I get the whole rejection thing, bro. It's as I was saying, like you're putting effort into something and it just gets pushed aside, but I also think that rejection is the building pillars of a strong personality. Listen, it might not be great, it could be fucking traumatic and hardships and this and that, but that's, as I say, that's what builds strong people, I think, in my opinion, bro.
Look, let me put it to you like this.
You gotta be okay with rejection.
Everything comes with risk in life, okay? And the risk that comes with rejection is that people will take advantage of you. You will go out of your way just to make sure someone's really happy, and you don't know that their mindset is like, I'm going to take advantage of this. This guy, all he wants to be is accepted. All he wants to be is like loved or appreciated. And as long as I don't do that for him, he's not going anywhere.
They keep you on a fucking string, bro.
So they keep you on a string, and these are hard lessons I had to learn, like extremely hard lessons. I don't think that I learned them like at a young age, but probably recently, like 3-4 years, the past 3 or 4 years, I've had to become extremely like conscious of it, and call myself out. I'm like, when I'm actually being taken advantage of, because
being the nice guy doesn't always work.
I appreciate the way you introed me, and like, I do. I make it a point that I don't want to be a doers to anybody, bro. Like, if you have a shitty ass story to tell about me, you probably have a good fucking reason.
I was approached by Carte Blanche in 702, actually.
Wild.
And so I've done that.
Derek Watt.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So there was a woman that got kidnapped. It was all over there, and the family got hold of me. And I did a live sort of interview with them, but I didn't know that they didn't know the information. I was actually busy in a reading. And the family was on air, and my manager at the time stopped the reading, said, Jay, you've got to come out, these guys are alive. And they asked me, they said, listen, Jay, we heard about you. Please, can you help? We're not getting anywhere with this case. And I said, yeah. She says she's fine, she's okay. I grew up in the south of Joburg. She told me where she was, where the body was. And then she also told me who did it. And there was a guy called Piet Bijleveld on the case at that time.
I actually read his book, and I think I know about this case that you're talking about.
Yeah, so you would. And then
wild.
And then so I also told him who did it, but he didn't believe me because it was the pastor's son, and it took them 2 months to figure that out. So that was a vengeful spirit.
So she told you what?
Yes,
I read about
and everything
this case.
checked out.
Yes,
I'll show you the book. This really happened. Like, this is wild.
She wanted justice to be done, and she got it done, and then she was fine after that.
Like, I don't condone bullying. I'm not a bullying fan.
I know where you're going with this, and I'll tell you exactly what you want to say.
Okay.
I told my
maybe
mom.
You can work it back.
No, I told my mom. I told my mom because we're actually having a brief discussion. And my mom goes, "What do you do if your son was getting bullied at school, and he comes home and he tells you that he punched the guy back? I'd take him out for a beer."
For sure.
My mom's like, "But that's condoning violence." I'm like, "No, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach my son how to defend himself."
Yeah, and self-respect as well.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go around telling my son not to do something or protect himself and. Equally and equitably, if I hear that my son bullied someone unprovoked, I will punch him. And actually, the fact that I got him to earth, I'll take him out exactly the same.
there's a saying, I love that one.
Yeah.
But it's true though, because as you say,
because
if
I'm
he's not the
raised,
asshole,
absolutely,
then he has all the right to punch somebody
I
back.
am not raising a kid to walk away.
A little bitch.
I'm not.
No, I
absolutely
agree
not.
with you.
I will
because
not do that.
I was reading a quote. I'm going to misquote it.
Yeah.
But it said,
if you allow disrespect to slide, it becomes an inner battle with yourself later.
Absolutely,
and
bro.
People will then consistently disrespect you.
Absolutely.
And I always say this to people: if I've done something wrong to you, and you don't tell me the first time that I fucked up, and I do it again, you're not allowed to get mad.
It's on you.
Because if you didn't fucking tell me, how must I know?
100%.
Don't let the disrespect slide.
100%.
Bingo.
Yes, actually.
I'm not gonna
I've
lie,
heard
I thought
someone call me Flvme. It was so crazy. I was
have
so
to confess,
mad.
For the very first time ever, I saw your name. I said,
Don't tell me you
I was
thought
like, damn,
Flvme.
Flvme's not bad, bro.
Nah, bro. Nah. For me, I looked at it as an upside down name. That's how I looked at it.
I
bro.
realized later on when they explained it.
I never
And
realized
crazy
it like
enough,
that.
it's a
I just
crazy show. It's a crazy show on Apple Music, bro. Like, it's a. I don't know if you know Darty, the Darty show. It's one of the biggest playlists you can ever get as an African artist, or just an artist around the world. Like, a lot of big artists get playlisted on that girl's playlist, bro. When she introduced my shit, I was like, my nigga, the least he could have done was say my name right.
Oh no!
And he called
Like, you know what's the crazy thing, right? I even have an intro before my song even plays so you can hear it. I literally introduced myself.
And she still fucked it up.
Bro.
Did she call you Flvme?
Yep.
That's so fucked. I'm so sorry.
Like, I don't know, like, for me, because I knew, like...
Your heart must have stopped,
Even when
bro.
it was,
Like,
bro, it was crazy because look at it from this perspective, right? I'm on one of the craziest playlists I could ever dream of being on Apple Music right now. And I'm like, okay, great. Now I'm just waiting for the moment where I'm just like, she's about to say my name and boom. As soon as she said it, I'm like, damn, is this even like a great moment anymore or what's going on? Like, am I supposed to still celebrate this or...
That's hectic.
Like, I didn't even know how to feel.
It's like you hooking up with a hot chick and she calls you someone else's name,
Bro.
Same, like, she's about to say my name
And the crazy thing is, I actually love her show, bro. Like, I be watching it on YouTube and stuff. Like, and I'm like,
bro.
It's heartbreaking.
damn, I'm a confront her about it the day I get the chance to meet her in person and we do an interview. I'll be like, there's no way you did me like that. There's no way.
Thanks for the introduction, but no thing.
For sure.
I went over there, checked me sparring. He was like, kid, you have to get this out. I'm going to make you a world champion. There we go. So that's how I got that.
Yeah.
And then, so...
Okay, so wait, we're back in the 12th round.
So we're back in the 12th round.
This is like a fucking Creed movie, guys.
Bro, this was like Rocky. You're losing, getting beat up. And man, like I still remember my right eye was closed, bro. Shut. I could hardly see out of it.
Yeah.
And he said to me, so he actually told me in the 11th, he said to me, listen, we're down on the scorecards. You have to pick it up, eh? Yeah. So already from the 11th round, 10th or 11th, and I'm throwing harder. I'm throwing with intention to hurt.
Yeah, not
like
just
to kill,
bro, yeah.
like to kill, bro. And I'm throwing. And I remember in the 12th round, I hit him with a left hook, bro, and this hook buckled, and I saw, I've got this guy, bro. My heart dropped because I was down on the scorecards, and I was like, shit, man, this hook's tough, Mexican boy, bro, like just tough as nails.
Yeah. And it's all going very fast for us, but for you it must
bro,
have been going slow,
it was crazy. Eh?
Yeah.
It was a very, it's an it's unexplainable to like tell you the
what
feeling, what it feels like, you know.
For sure.
But
unless you're in the moment.
In the moment,
sometimes
100%.
It's like one of those pictures don't do it justice kind of thing.
100%. There we go. So 11th round, picking up my shots, throwing harder. 12th round comes, I rock the soak with the left hook. My heart drops, bro. I've got this guy. This guy grabs onto me, holding for dear life. So there was the point. So I saw him rock, but when he holds on me and he holds like that, I tried to push him off and he was holding tight. I knew, boy, I got you.
Got this guy, yeah.
Referee breaks us. I go in. I hit him with a double right hand. Never forget it. Double right hand. I hit over and right. Drop this guy. Yes, bro. What an amazing feeling. What an amazing feeling. Yeah. So gets up. This referee, he gets up. Yeah. Referee lets him go. We hit again. Hey, I get closer. I hit him again. Boom, down.
Yeah.
Goes down again. So obviously, like I said, I'm the B side, bro. This one's supposed to win, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, he lets this guy get up. This guy starts stumbling back. I said, oh no, I have this. Now I've probably got I think it was like half a round left of the 12th round.
Yeah.
and I just ran in and I dipped him. Boop, I hit him with another right hand. So this right hand was working like a machine, bro. So I dipped him again, and there the referee called the fight, bro. My heart, I can't explain to you. I was in tears. You know, from 12 years old, that's a fighter's dream, is to become a world champion. Never mind a multi-division world champion. From your beginning of your career, you think of becoming a world champion, bro. That just happened. Now imagine you're 12 years old, you're grinding, you're grafting all the time. 23 years old, become a world champion. Bro, it's unexplainable, bro. It's like fuck. It's just it's a amazing feeling.
Oh my god!
It's Christmas. You've been
oh my god!
18th of December. It's the 25th. You've taken so long. Give me some love. I do for Christmas, Manoli. This is beautiful. Hey, what do you have for Christmas, boy?
I want my parents back.
It's all on for Christmas food, boy. So long. How's it been?
Yeah.
How's your first?
Listen, bro, it took a good couple of years. It took a good couple of years. Yes, but eventually the food.
Hectic.
It came through.
Hectic.
So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy it. Straight up. See the juice coming off of that, though.
Okay. Good, boys.
Let's chow. What do you think?
We're ready to eat, boys.
Let's go, Santa.
Let's go.
Let's fucking eat. I'm hungry.
Now, tell me, obviously you guys have seen some weird shit throughout the years. What are some of the weirder pieces that you've been asked to tattoo, and where?
We've done them all. I've done that Pinocchio thing where Pinocchio's face is right above the guy's. Pinocchio's nose is the guy's. For sure. I've done one of those.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
No.
What? It's fantastic.
I'll see if I can find the photo on my Facebook.
No,
and
what?
No, you can't see it.
I was about to say,
You
fuck,
obviously
I hope
just-
so, especially if it's not on Facebook,
I'll
bro.
see if I can find the photo. Maybe you can like snip it in the bottom. Like, where would it be? Like here. I've done teddy bears on nipples. I've done butterflies on vaginas. I've done made in South Africa under your feet. I've done a little man pushing a lawnmower over the pubes. I've done it all, dude. I'm sure you've done a few. Oh, yeah, he's got a heavy one.
No, I'll rather not say.
No, you got to tell us now,
to,
bro.
man.
Now we know you have a story.
It was a Chinese prostitute at Pretoria Flea Market.
What?
Yeah.
That's
in
what you
front of everybody. I felt raped. I had a cigarette.
Good.
I don't even want to know anymore, bro.
No, exactly. That's why.
Everybody works differently. Like it might not be the conventional way or the correct way, but if it works, it works.
It
in
works.
my opinion, yeah.
Well, if it
Okay, so
works,
let's
it
get onto
works.
the plane, yeah.
So, what's special about this plane? So, okay, at some point I decided I wanted a new business idea, something that was lucrative enough for me to put my time in without feeling like, is this worth the time and effort? And I thought that point is property, ships and
Yeah.
airplanes.
Okay.
Ships are boring. Property is tied to where it is, out of your control. Planes are exciting. I've always loved planes. I wanted to be a pilot as a kid.
Okay.
I never got down to it, but I'm doing it now. I'm writing my third exam on Monday, tomorrow.
For pilot's license?
Yes.
Fucking A.
3 of 8. So I'm doing it because I want to fly this. I want to be the...
You want to be in the plane. You want to be the guy.
When
That's
this lands
fucking
on the
cool.
field at
That's
the
so
World Cup,
fucking cool, yeah.
I want to be the one who gets out. So
Yeah,
people
yeah, yeah.
say, well, if he's
The
flying
hat
it,
and everything.
it means that it's
Yeah.
safe. It's like an endorsement. It's kind of like with aesthetics. I do everything. The toxins, the fillers, the hair treatments, so I can answer questions and people can see I have faith in it.
Yeah, I actually had a conversation with people last night, and we were saying this exact thing. If you're going into a business and you don't know everything about it and can do everything in it, then for me, you're not really on top of that business, and then you're going to fail at some point because you're not an endorsement to what you are trying to endorse.
And
you know what I mean?
people can pull the wool over your eyes. You know, you can hire someone that you think will manage a certain portion of your business. But if you're not sure exactly what they're meant to be doing, if you get someone who talks a good talk but is dishonest with you, they could very easily just take you for a ride until you obviously study enough and learn enough, and then you can challenge them
for sure,
or get rid of them
for sure.
So what we do. This plane is unique. Oh, sorry. The reason I wanted to build a plane was then to address that business function.
Yes, you said you wanted a lucrative thing and you like planes.
And I thought it must be unique.
Okay.
So I was in an airport in Turkey, and I was on my way back from seeing a little jet that they were building in Georgia, the ex-Soviet Union, Georgia.
Okay.
Very nice, but boring.
Yeah.
You know, it looked nice, but it didn't do anything special.
Yeah.
I thought if I'm building a plane here, it needs to be really special.
Yes, yeah.
Or no one will buy it. So I started wondering, is it vertical takeoff? Is it fly in space? Is it supersonic?
Okay.
And I thought vertical takeoff is the most beneficial because you can essentially take a helicopter, combine it with a plane, and take the sails from both of those divisions.
Okay.
And so what this does, VTOL means vertical takeoff and landing.
Okay.
And what this does is it uses fans in the wings to land and take off like a helicopter would. It's fairly square. You can see that it looks like it's short front to back because it's meant to fit onto a helipad. Fits onto the helipad, takes off. These things all close up so it's nice and smooth. And you use these rear thrusting fans to give you the forward thrust so you can fly using the wings at the speed of a business jet. So that's pushing it
and then that picks it up. Okay.
Yeah, so you kind of would imagine you turn. You can do these types of motions in vertical takeoff. And then you transition.
So you can straight up from the ground, as you say, like a helicopter, pick straight up.
Yes.
That's fucking cool. That's shit you see in the movies, bro. I've got one here. And this is literally... I didn't get any saucy fucking comments. I'm very upset about this. What is the best advice you've ever received?
That's dry.
It is dry. But it's a good thing, though. What is the best advice you've ever received?
Oh. Only people that are below you can pull you down.
That's it.
I think that's most relevant to my life because people are just such haters. So I think that's the one thing that stuck with me is someone can only pull on you if they're beneath you.
People who are doing better than you will not
100%
hate on you. What reason would they have to hate on you?
100%. They don't have time to either. They're actually fucking doing things with their life.
I think for me, mine is, I'm going to take it from that movie with, I think it's Miles Teller. It is that simple. It is that simple.
Like that.
Life is that simple. Little basic things that you think are so complicated, just make a choice. It's that fucking simple. I want to end this podcast on a good story. We've spoken a lot of things about the bad, but that was definitely needed. But tell me about Mount Kilimanjaro. How was that experience? That's wild. To go climb that shit, you know, I've always said I wanted to do it.
It is such a funny story.
I don't know if I've actually met someone that's climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. Have you? No, yeah. Do you know you see it often, but not often, but...
So... I won't mention the company that I work at. You can just go look on LinkedIn. So what happened was that this opportunity came up at work, and there were only 24 spots. And my boss put me on this list, and he is the most amazing leader and friend and person. One of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. And he encouraged me to do this thing, and I was like, "Are you fucking crazy? I'm in like early recovery. I'm not even training. I'm eating a ton of sweets." You know, I have like 10 5-stars in my handbag. I was like, I'm not fit. I'm not ready. And I was like, no, fuck no, I'm not doing this. So, I mean, I should get my phone these emails. I was like, this is an injustice to my recovery. And like, I don't want to do this. And like, I was like,
an injustice to my recovery.
And this is against my will. And I was like, I don't want to go. And, okay, I have to find this shit because it's actually so good. But I'll find it now. But we have to find it. I have to find these Kilimanjaro
emails.
I have to find it. It's so funny. So I'm like, you know, I have said this many times and I should
and you asserted that.
Yeah, and I was like, I have to be home with my children and be a present mother. And, you know, this is going to impact my recovery routine with my counselor. And like, You
overthought it
I was
hard.
like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. So anyway, this is last year, and then they started a hiking group, and I got put on this WhatsApp group, and then I was like enraged, you know. Then I was like, oh my God, there's a group now. Now it's happening, you know, kind of thing. And I was just vehemently against this whole story. And then January came, and I was like, fuck, I can't get off this list, you know. So I was... You know, but I didn't tell anyone because I still thought I could get out of it. But I started going to the gym in my estate. And I was fucking unfit, and I was probably about 7 kilos heavier than I am now because I just chowed, like the whole first couple of months of my recovery, and I was on a treadmill, I was dying, I was panting. I had smoked so many vapes, so many cigarettes. I mean, it was just...
You were dying.
I was dying, and I was
sounds like me when I came back from Europe, I won't even lie.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't do this. And anyway, I just started to become more consistent or whatever, and then this hype started at work.
Yeah.
And then we got, because this whole thing was sponsored, and then we got Drifters vouchers for 10 grand. We got all this kit and whatever.
What's Drifters? Sorry.
Drifters. Oh, I didn't know what it was either. It's a camping shop. That's why you don't know what it is. Okay.
I'm a bougie bitch.
Yeah,
I like a place with a room and a door and a toilet.
So then I go to Drifters, and it's the fucking ugliest shoes I've ever seen.
Shout out Drifters.
I was like, what am I going to do? But anyway, so... I don't know anything about
These aren't Gucci, motherfucker.
No, these are Head. And I was like...
I love your face. And you're like,
I was like... Anyway, so I commit to this whole thing, and all these people are talking about, Diamox, and they're taking Viagra to aspirate their lungs, and this whole story.
What?
I phoned...
It does that?
And I phoned my GP. I'm like, I'm coming to see you. And she's like, yeah, there's a whole list of things, the Kilimanjaro, the hikers. And I was like, there's a whole institution going on that we know nothing about.
Yeah, because this is the first I'm hearing.
Yeah, long story short, I get on this flight to Kenya, I get on another flight to Tanzania with 24 of us. We're all super hyped. And there were 2 mountains. There was Mount Meru, and that was, we went with the Adventure Dynamics. And this was in the efforts to climatize us. So anyway, we get dropped off, and there's just to give you an example of the terrain, it looked like something out of a movie, a war movie, Vietnam.
Okay.
And there's legit wildebeest and zebra in a herd, and then there's this first mountain, and I'm like, oh Jesus,
what have I done?
What have I done? I was like,
it was at this moment she knew.
Yeah,
she fucked up.
I fucked up. So I was like, just one foot at a time, one step at a time, and I applied recovery, principles, which is one day at a time, just one.
I
day
love
at a
that.
time.
That is probably one of my favorite sayings. One step at a time.
Yeah,
one step at a time.
And I had to take it like that, and then after 2 days or 3 days of this, I realized I wasn't that bad at it, and I was getting to these very sort of sub summits, fairly okay. I was 5th, 6th in the row. There's some very fit motherfuckers in my company that I didn't know about.
You do now.
Yeah, I do now.
Shout out to you, fit motherfuckers.
Yeah, so it was 12 days. It was over 120 kilometers uphill, and I think the day of Kilimanjaro was so hectic because we woke up at 12 at night, and then that's when we started walking. So we only actually summited at about 9, 10 the next day. So you're walking for 10 hours straight uphill, and I think something happened to me spiritually, because right before Uhuru, which is the summit of Kilimanjaro, there's the one before that's called Stella. And I remember looking at it, because you can see it. Mm-hmm. It looks so close, but it's 2 hours. You're just fuck.
And then you look again an hour later, you're oh, it's still there.
It's still
it's still
far
that
away.
fucking far.
I mean, this is sheer suffering, eh? And I told you I like suffering. So by the end of this thing, I started to really get comfortable with it. But anyway, so I get to Stella, and I'm I'm so tired and I'm so done, and I've had enough, I've had enough suffering, and I'm that doesn't define me. This doesn't matter, nobody really cares. And I was oh fuck, there's your inner addict trying to sabotage you, trying to tell you whatever, because
you caught yourself.
They made bets in the office, I wasn't gonna do this thing, and no one could believe that I would, except for my family. My family's got my back. And the next time I was just fuck you, and I went. And then I see this thing, and literally when I saw it, I just started sobbing. And there's Wi-Fi there, so I used somebody's phone to phone my sister. And I was I submitted. She's I knew you could. I was did you believe I could do this? She's yeah. I'm fuck, I didn't. It was just such an incredible, fucking experience. I've never experienced anything like it. I'd recommend it to. I mean, there are easier ways to have spiritual awakenings if you want the truth, but they are really. It was really such an amazing experience.
And it's an accomplishment as well.
Yeah.
Only a handful of people can say that they actually climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
I mean, while you're walking up there, you're seeing people fuck out, coming back down, you're
it was at this moment.
Yeah, I was
she knew.
But it's such a mental game, and all of the things that I learned in recovery, I applied on that mountain, and I left so much shit there, and I came back so serene. I'm so grateful for that. And my boss is the shirts. And I told him, I said, I can't thank you enough for pushing me to do this, because I know you see so much greatness in me, but I never saw it in myself.
Yes. And I think a lot of people are like that. A lot of people don't want to, well, not don't want to, but they can't see the greatness in themselves.
Yeah, they have no idea. And I think that recovery's brought that to light, that there is so much more to me.
Yeah.
There's so much more depth in me. There's so much more power in me.
And there's so much more to come.
Yeah, and working in an organization where people really fucking believe in you, and they all know I'm in recovery. I mean, it was on my bio on the Kilimanjaro website that they did for us. I was like, no, this is about my recovery and whatever, and it truly fucking was.
Well, it wasn't an injustice to your recovery.
No, it wasn't. And I wrote that
justice.
bio with someone who was like, fucking, you know, I was so fucking unhappy about it. I was fucking pissed.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I want to go climb a fucking mountain now. Yeah, as you guys know, I was just on holiday with my father for 2.5 weeks. And if you know the both of us, I can't believe that we didn't fight. I even said into the other one. But him and I shared so much, and we went kind of... A couple years ago, he wasn't that open to understanding more. You know, his way was the way. It's either that way or the highway.
Set in his ways.
You know what I mean? Set in his ways, which is it's genuine. You know, like I can understand it because that's majority of how men at that age, they were brought up that way. So they don't know any different. And we actually sat down at a stage and we drank a good cup of whiskeys, had some cigars, and 6 hours, 7 hours, we just, two men chatted. We were crying. You know, like I told him how I felt as a son, you know, like, because now obviously I'm seeing a lot more of this because I understand a lot more because it's everywhere, you know, like how you should be fixing relationships and stuff like that. And then he also, you know, like shared it from his side, you know, this is what he thinks, this is how his brain works, stuff like that. And it was such a beautiful experience to understand from his point of view. You know, he's seeing this obviously like every other man. You make mistakes, but you don't want other people to make your mistakes. And you know, obviously that's why he used to get upset or this or that. But that's also why he was hard, you know, to push further for his kids. And also why he worked so hard. He was, you know, like hard day at home. He was always working long days, traveling overseas and stuff to provide, you know, that was his mindset. But yeah, then we just kind of like had a full-on heart-to-heart. We cried. It was the most beautiful thing. And I think that changed my relationship with my dad. And as you say, like the guy did work with his father, his sons. I think a lot of people should be doing that this day and age. If you don't have a good relationship, especially with your father as a boy, in my opinion, you need to have a good relationship with your dad.
Flipside actually comes from Flipside Records.
Okay.
Which was a record store in the 90s in Sunnyside, Pretoria.
What?
Yeah. So Flipside Records is the mothership.
Okay.
So we had
I did this
very freaking cool record store.
Okay.
Like Black Coffee and all of the big guys now used to come and hustle records and vinyl, and like literally before like downloads and stuff, vinyl was the thing.
Yes.
If you're a DJ, you were playing vinyl.
Yeah, because there wasn't the technology that there is today.
No, there wasn't. Yeah. And the best thing ever was missioning from vinyl store to vinyl store to vinyl store. And then you would see like all the DJs there, and Fresh would be there, and that one would be behind the counter. And even overseas, every time I went overseas, I would just literally go record store hunting in alleys, and you'd see like big famous DJs. It was the best thing ever. So
fuck, I'm seeing this whole vision in my head right now. It sounds so awesome.
Yeah. And back then we were still ordering records on a fax machine.
Yes.
They'd fax us the whole new release, and I would like circle and say ×2, and I'd fax it back to them. And then we'd get an invoice and we'd do that. And, you know, we'd have to do the whole customs thing, and records are heavy, blah, blah, blah. So eventually when downloads came out with, you know, internet and promos and all that sort of stuff, and
too bitty.
It just, people stopped buying records because it was expensive, and you couldn't get it quick enough, and sometimes you get 10 copies and then there's not enough. So basically the CD download generation killed the vinyl store.
Yes.
So we closed in 2002, I think. And then I converted Flipside into like a bit of a recording studio type of thing where DJs could record mixes and write a track and that sort of stuff. And then, about 8 years ago, we started the agency.
Yes.
But it kind of happened by itself.
If we didn't jump on Instagram when our TikTok was banned, we wouldn't have been recognized and seen by Man City themselves.
They found us.
They found us on Instagram.
Yes.
So
we needed to be there.
We needed to be there to
they,
be seen,
like,
and they found us.
They found you.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
it's actually quite funny.
like CIA found you, or like
people
Liam Neeson found you?
So people sent them
One
our
of our
content.
videos.
Like people that know those that work with City. Sent them some of our videos, like check this couple out, look at what they're doing.
She's a City fan.
Yeah, she's a City fan, they're a married couple, rivals, all of that.
Dope fucking thing,
And then I was on the toilet on my phone and I got a notification that Man City messaged me on Instagram. Okay.
You must have cried, eh? You'd be like, this isn't real, bro.
I didn't think it was
There's
real.
no way anyone would think that's real.
No chance. Imagine Man City message you.
So I thought it was
fucked,
like one of those pages that are just called Man City. And then I look at it and I see the verified tick. And then I was like, whoa.
Take a step back.
Like, what is...
Hold that shit.
What is... quite literally.
Back in.
And then I look at the message and it's hi, Miguel. And I'm like, yeah, they know who I am. This is crazy.
Oh,
and it was
your name's
just bear in mind,
But like-
it was in the message request because I don't follow them as well. I'm not a City fan, and I still
also don't follow
I still
City.
don't. I'm sorry, City. Thank you for what you did for my wife and I appreciate it. But
we don't need to bring him on the next trip. We can just leave him.
Yeah. So the message read. It said, "Hi, Miguel.
Yeah.
We have seen your page, the Manchester Derby, and we would love to give a surprise to your wife, Ashley." Okay, like
that's what I meant by name. Obviously, we're just like
Yeah.
Miguel, like they know your name, but they also knew me. So
And they asked if
personal.
if I'm interested to like help out with the surprise. I'm gonna send them an email, and then they can tell me more about it. So then I literally left the toilet as soon as I could. I responded.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I actually don't know.
I know. I'm not gonna lie. I was shaking. I'm like, what? Like, this is crazy. What surprise
that's
do they
fucking wild,
want to give?
bro.
Maybe
Man
it's a
City.
shirt. Maybe they want to give a gift.
Yeah.
And I responded. Maybe 5 minutes later, they sent me an email. It was quick. They said, "I know this might be ambitious, but we would love to fly your wife and you to Manchester to watch the Champions League semi-final second leg clash against Real Madrid. We'll cover your flights, your hotel. We'll take you around Manchester. Like, we'll show you around the facilities. Let us know if this is something that could be possible." I just dropped my phone. I was like, "There's no..." And I'm a massive Real Madrid fan as well. So to me, I was like, this is a gift for me too. I get to watch Real Madrid. Like, what? And go to Manchester, which means...
Bro, I'm shooketh right now. I can't believe this myself,
Right?
bro.
Even
That's
though we've,
fucking wild.
we've gone and done the trip, but we still don't believe that it happened.
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't.
And then I made a mistake at first because they asked obviously about visas and stuff because they wanted to make it as much of a surprise, as close to when we left as possible. So I had said, because I've got the Portuguese passport, like I'm fine, I can get in the country. We're still trying to figure out our marriage to get her the Portuguese passport. So
Hey, getting a Portuguese passport's a pain in the ass, man.
So
I'm busy
there's
with it
still
at the
that
moment.
process
Fuck.
we're going through.
Yeah.
But Ash had a visa last year to go to the UK. I thought it hadn't expired, but it was only 6 months. And then I'd already told them that it's fine. And then I checked because I wanted to send like the pictures of the visa and all that. And I see it's expired. And I'm like, no, now we have to get one. We've got like 2.5 weeks till they want us to leave.
Yeah.
How are we going to do this?
Tell me
and I'm going to still tell her.
I have to be involved in that process.
Yeah, the visa you have to.
So no one else can do it for me.
Then they said, okay, let's find out if we can get a visa in time. So I did research my side, they did research their side, and then you get, thankfully, a priority visa.
Yeah, they can push it forward.
Which you pay a
There's
lot
like
more.
a super priority, which is like one day.
Yeah.
They can get it the next day kind of thing. Yeah.
So the one we got was, it's like 3 to 5 working days that it takes for you to get it.
That's crazy.
So I had to tell
How much
her-
did you pay? Or did they pay for
It was like maybe 8 grand for that.
Yeah.
The super priority is
That's
about
not bad because the normal, I think
20K.
my visa now when I went to Europe was like 4 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's just to speed up the process.
Yeah. So the I think it's about 8 or 9 or something was for priority, and then super priority is about 20, something like that, to get it in a day.
Yeah, like next day kind of.
Yeah.
Thing.
So then we organized everything, and we're like, okay, we need to let her know as soon as possible. Because we can sort out the visa, because we'd hate to,
imagine you do
tell
all
her
that
this and then and on top of this all when I spoke to them, so the first thing that happened when we finalized everything, I did a video call with them. Okay, so it was 2 ladies I was speaking to, and behind them was the Man City training grounds, and I'm looking.
Because everything with City is connected.
Yeah,
like
and I'm
you
looking.
walk over the bridge. There's the training ground. It's
And
you must have been thinking, is this still real?
Yeah, at that point,
wait, what?
Yeah, because what they're offering, I'm like, this is just crazy. Why would
this doesn't make sense?
No.
Yeah, these things don't
But
happen.
then I saw the training grounds, I saw the City logo on the building. I'm like, this is legit. This is proper. You can see this is real. And I'm speaking to them, and they're so casual with how they're speaking. And they're like asking questions about us. And I was saying like she's a massive Grealish fan, and
big Jackie boy.
So they had said to me like, we'll organize a signed shirt for her from him when you guys arrive. So that was another surprise for her.
Yeah, I didn't know
right
that.
now, she's crying inside, but she's still happy about it.
Then another thing, they were like, for the actual surprise, we'll get one of the players to send a video as well, so that
this is crazy.
to validate.
You're hearing it back.
I'm nervous, and I'm like, nah.
Then it was like the weekend before I recorded the video. On that day, they had secured the visa and everything. They booked the hotel, booked the flights, and then they sent the video from Gundogan. So
I didn't see that video. What do you mean? I didn't see that video.
Gundo sent a video. Hi, Ashley.
No way.
A personal video. Gundogan. Captain Gundo.
Treble winning Captain Gundo.
Treble winning Captain Gundo sent a personal video.
Fucking wild.
Can't wait to welcome you in Manchester at the Etihad. Thank you for all your support.
By that time, you must have fucking.
Listen, I think my neighbors, when we did the surprise, I think my neighbors thought I was being murdered. Because I couldn't stop screaming.
Because I don't think she knew it was real until the video. Because the video.
I think that's the turning point of now. Okay, Gundogan told me so, so now I'm going, bro.
Hi, actually, I was like, that's my fucking name.
Dude, I would clip that and fuck.
It's
keep
mad.
it forever.
It's mad. So
forever.
when I got that, I was like, okay, this is really happening. This is insane. And it's like a thing of dreams. Even though as a United fan,
it doesn't matter. You're a football fan,
I'm
bro.
a football fan.
You're a football fan, bro. Yeah.
To me, it was a dream come true as well. Even to see the Etihad, to watch Man City.
Beautiful stadium, man.
Beautiful stadium.
What a game to watch.
4-0.
4-0.
No, fuck, that was the shocking part. Because I was still speaking to you. I said, bro, what the fuck are you doing in Manchester, bro? I was like, you were here like last week, homie.
It was
didn't tell anybody.
72 hours. Like, literally, we were there for 72 hours. That's
actually crazy because it's funny.
Tuesday. The game was the Wednesday. We left on Thursday.
When I went to go watch United versus Arsenal, I got there, I left the Thursday, got there the Friday, watched the game on the Saturday, left the Sunday.
Like a whirlwind.
It's crazy. I still think about it now. I also can't believe it.
But like, how incredible is that feeling? Your adrenaline is so high.
I got the goal on camera even.
That's
fuck.
amazing.
And I was like, no, I feel the goal's coming here, you know? I was like, goal time. And then Mata scored, bro. And I was like, what? And then the whole, at Old Trafford, fuck, it was like, what, 75,000 people?
That's still a dream for me to experience.
Fuck, I can't believe you watched Madrid get fucked 4-0.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, that's really cool. How much better would it have been if they beat them? Okay, going back to a point you made, Nana, bro, when you said do the damn thing to that girl. I want to talk about the lack of confidence men these days have with women.
Ooh.
What is your take on that one, bro?
Yeah, that's a very, very sensitive topic, and I understand why you went into it. And yeah, when it comes to the sensitivity of guys these days, I don't know. It's not even like there's a lack of respect from the female towards us. There isn't. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, there isn't. It's just that for us as men, we've really, and I hate saying it like this, but it's the truth, we really lost ourselves as men.
Completely.
You know what I mean? Like when the moment a girl says, "Oh no, you're being toxic masculine," but that being masculine is what we are as men from the dawn of time.
It's what we wired, DNA.
We are wired to be like this. So why then step back and say, okay, I'm going to be this type of person because that girl doesn't like it? Really?
Yeah, they kind of change themselves so someone likes them.
Exactly.
Which is fucked up.
Why would you want to change yourself? And I'm seeing that not just with girls, with like, you know, towards certain people. Why change yourself? Just be yourself.
And if they don't like you, they don't like you, bro.
Exactly.
But I think a lot of people are scared of rejection, bro.
Yeah.
So,
the rejection factor, the rejection thing, I understand. That's been going on also since the dawn of time. We as men actually get the most rejections literally every single weekend or every time you meet up with a girl.
Easy.
It's either a look or it's a certain laugh or it's whatever it is. You could just, or certain people can't tell. If you know how to read people, you can actually tell from the girl side, okay, no, she doesn't like me.
She's not into me.
And I've actually started to pick that up now these days.
Yeah.
So I'll be chatting to a girl, I'll be like, okay, you know what, this, that, and the third. It's nice. It's a good conversation, but then I feel, okay, this is not going.
It didn't hit. The chemistry didn't spark.
I'm not gonna force this. Oh, get my Instagram, we can chat. I know you're not gonna chat to me, so there's no point. But I'll still get your Instagram. I'll get it. Follow you.
That's
I'm sorry, but I'm not hitting you. I'm just gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute your posts, mute your stories. Why would I waste my time? I've got better things to do in my life.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And you'll see if somebody's interested in you, they'll show it, bro.
Correct.
If someone's interested in you, as you were saying there about forcing things, bad habit. From when I was younger, bro, I used to try to force things, bro. Not all the time, but you know, there's certain girls that you just want so badly that you try anything and everything to try and make it work, bro. From being the nice guy to, well, a majority of the time it's being the nice guy, you know? You're trying to be too good of a person to them, bro. And it's fucking, it absolutely... Sorry, the dogs are making a noise. But, dude, for me, it's so sad when I used to think about myself back in the day, bro, of how I used to be such a little simping bitch.
Can I be honest with you?
When it came to women,
can I be honest with you? A couple of years ago, I still must do the damn thing, doing what I do when I go out with girls or whatever. I had the confidence when I needed it. But there was still a part of me that would simp.
Yeah.
A huge part
and
of
it's
me
a subconscious thing.
Exactly.
Bro. Yeah.
It's like I try not to do it, but then it just happens. And I hate myself because of it. So the moment I turned 30, I said to myself, I'm not going to be like that. But then at the same time, I don't want to be too much of a dick. I still want to be myself.
You don't want to be a malicious asshole.
Exactly.
You can be an asshole, don't be a malicious asshole.
Then recently I actually looked back and I was like, wait, what the hell happened to me? Then I realized, wait, why do I want to go back? I'm here now. I'm much better than what I used to be. Why am I looking back? Why am I worrying what happened to me? I'm a better Master Simz than I was a couple of years ago.
And you had to go through that to become who you are.
Literally.
Unless you go through it yourself. People, it's the same thing as when people say to kids, don't touch that hot stove. Until they touch the hot stove and burn themselves, they're not going to believe you, bro.
Correct.
We are in Paris. This is our first international podcast. I'm sitting with Small Manny over here. And... what a time to be alive, huh? We're on holiday.
Listen to the man, Small Manny. Junior is trying.
Oh, what's going on here?
Oh, you see what I'm saying? You can't even drink a beer properly. That's the difference.
Yeah, this is day 2 of our trip here in Paris. It's wildly different here. Europe is a whole different level compared to what South Africa is. It's clean. It works. People are, don't get me wrong, the French aren't the most welcoming, if I can put it in that sense, out of the majority of the places that I've been to in Europe. They're a little bit...
not friendly. I think it's because of the inborn hatred for the English.
Yeah,
well... And they are speaking English.
Yeah.
So maybe ons moet Afrikaans praat.
No, for us it's... you would think when you go overseas, majority of everybody speaks English. Correct. That's
a universal language.
That is a universal language. Yeah, I think they do speak English.
They
just don't want to. They'll look at you like, fuck you. Sorry, I don't really give a shit.
I actually got that impression when we were in the Uber.
Yeah.
I think that driver knew exactly what we were asking him.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think he gave a shit.
Because he even said, I don't speak English with a really good accent, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you don't say... That's like us trying to say, no habla inglés.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So...
No, it's crazy.
I don't know. But I'm not going to lie to you. Best part about Paris so far? The architecture. Has to be.
Stunning. Stunning. I'm not the arty-farty type.
Yeah.
But I could wax lyrical.
What does that fucking mean? What?
As far as the architecture goes, it's just beautiful. I think coming from South Africa, where it's just brick and stone,
Yeah.
You got
and all the
straight
nice things are
angles.
fucking stolen in our country.
Nothing is square.
Yeah.
Well, you get the square, but for the majority of the time, the buildings are rounded.
Yeah.
You get to a corner like a V, and instead of it coming to a straight angle, it curves, and they make it round, so it actually looks so inviting. It's
100%.
It's beautiful.
And I think the thing is why it's so nice is because it was also done how many years ago? How many hundreds of years ago? Never mind.
Plenty of years, but also if you look, every single apartment has got a balcony.
Every single one.
Well,
it's not really a balcony. You can't really call it. It's a window with a little space that you can chill on. I'm sure you guys saw my Instagram story.
Yeah.
That's basically it. So it's not really a balcony.
But it's also, if you look at it, they've all got wrought iron balcony pieces.
Yes.
And it's the same.
That natural light makes a difference.
And it just runs around, and it's you look at it, and you can go from block A to block Z.
Yeah.
And it's almost the same, and it's beautiful. It's not cheap.
No,
cheap
it's not
and nasty.
cheap. No,
it's not cheap and nasty.
People took their time to make that shit. I won't even lie to you. This is, if not one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to. I've been to a few, but the view's nice. You know what's not nice? Is the fucking price here. One thing I will say, okay, let me put my opinion here. For me, South Africa, I love South Africa. I love South Africa so much. The food, we are blessed. The price, the living expenses, blessed. SARS, blessed. People, blessed. Government,
cursed.
Absolute straight up cursed. Guys, I'm telling you, again, we've been to many countries.
And you can see what a government
everybody
that actually cares about their people.
Yeah, everybody will tell you that South Africa is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. And it is, straight up. I love living there. Going overseas on holiday makes me actually miss home. Like, genuinely, I'm not in a bad way. I'm very excited to go back home, even though it's quiet and cold and shit. I'm excited to go back home. I just wish that our government would treat us as well as they should. We deserve more. We could be a proper first world country with our resources, with our people, with our workforce, with the
all
things
the things
that
that you've just mentioned. We have it all. We have it all.
We have more than these countries. We have more than these countries, people. If we just now, what we were saying earlier, we saw Wackhead Simpson say
Kakistocracy.
Shout out to you, Wackhead. Shout out to you.
Say it as it is.
I love now that the people in South Africa that give a fuck, that mean something as well. Not that people don't mean something, but that have a following, a popularity. They are now standing up for our country because they can also see that
we need more people
to stand up
with
and shout.
Followings.
Yes.
To actually admit it.
Shit, after school I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just kind of had something in me that I wanted to prove to the world, I guess you could say. And I decided I'm going to join the fucking army. That's what I decided. And
The fucking army?
The fucking army, bro.
Like what?
So that was
not just something, okay, side note, a lot of people back in the day, that was the only fucking option, bro, was, join the fucking army. Now, there's very few people that you would ever meet in your entire life that you could speak to at a younger age that said they went to the army for any fucking reason, bro. So what made you fucking think about going to the army? And what army?
What made me go mental illness, maybe. No. Maybe a little bit of that. No, I'm good. So what made me want to go is, like I said, to prove to myself. But I've always wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
Always wanted to do something different.
Very fucking different, bro.
And the options were Navy SEALs, SAS.
SAS is the one, yeah?
No, that's the British one, yeah.
Okay.
British one and French Foreign Legion, which I never heard of. My dad told me about.
Yeah, I've also heard about that like a couple of times, bro. Yeah.
So you'd suit the fucking vibe, bro. Those oaks are tatted to the hilt, bro. I swear to God, fucking beautiful.
I can just imagine, bro.
So I couldn't join the Navy SEALs because I had to do 5 years of Marines before that. And I couldn't join the SAS because I had to do 5 years of Royal Marines before that, or I wasn't allowed to join because of the consensus or whatever, the union between them. It changes, sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. So did a bit of research on the French Foreign Legion, saw these tatted up motherfuckers, and I was like, yeah, baby, let's go.
Let's fucking do it. And how, you were 18 at this point, bro?
I was 18. I was the youngest, I was the youngest.
Fuck.
in...
So how do you like apply for something like that, bro?
You don't. You fucking rock up. You apply for your visa, so you have to get a visa to head over there. So at the ripe age of 18, I fucking went for a visa. And actually, funnily enough, I remember on the visa, it says, why are you going? And I remember there was an option to say French Foreign Legion. So I said, there's where I'm fucking going, baby.
Yeah.
And then you go and you rock up and you go through pre-selection.
So you just rock up to the fucking place, bro. So you don't tell them like, hi, I'm coming.
No.
So
they don't give
you
a
just
fuck.
be like, hi, I'm here now. Like, let's fucking do it.
I'm here, baby. Take your
That's
passport.
wild. So anybody right now could just pack up and fuck off and
They'll
go to the
take you.
French
They
Foreign
will
Legion.
take you, bro. They'll take that passport from you gladly.
Damn. Okay. So then what was it like, bro? Like upon entering, bro?
Fuck it. Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. I remember I got off that plane. I was shed a bit of tears. It was the first time being away from the family, not knowing when I'd be in contact with them and when I'd see them next. I could die the next time I see them, you know. I didn't know.
I was about to say that's a big fucking
Yeah.
thing that must be sitting in the back of your head that you can die at any fucking point.
Yeah, so it was quite emotional fucking leaving. You try to be the tough man.
Yeah.
But you should
It's tough, bro, especially at 18, bro. Cheers, bro. This is some great beer. I've already had one. Can you get it there? Sorry, bro. Woo! Okay, no, we fucked that up. It's fine.
Properly.
It's okay.
Perfect.
It is what it is, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers,
So yeah,
bro.
this is the Bomb Squad. I can't do a buffalo on camera, can I?
Gooi it, bro. I can't do it in general, bro. I'll probably like fucking vomit all over the...
I will choke.
But guys, and then also we got good old
school
classic, bro. I'm wearing one of their shirts
Very
right
cool.
now. Thank you for this one. This is fucking cool, bro.
We've got them in the long sleeves, which is pretty cool, but we're getting the short sleeve, we're getting the ladies' dresses. We're also getting the Hendrikz Duplessis shirts from Old School.
Because that's where I know them from, bro.
Hendrikz.
Yeah. That's when I saw this, I was just like,
And
fucking
since
hell.
his win now is...
Yeah. Sorry, just a little side note of that. You see Israel Adesanya lost this morning, bro.
Oh, did he?
He lost against Sean Strickland.
That's brilliant.
So that it kind of fucks up the whole thing with him.
He's
trying
very
to fight,
arrogant.
yeah.
I'm not a fan of him.
Dude, as soon as he stepped into the ring with Hendrikz and he disrespected South Africa,
100%.
big fuck you, Israel Adesanya. Whether you like it or not, we're from the East Rand, cuz we don't play your games.
We're from LA in the East Rand. Lower Alberton and the East Rand.
Oh, I hope he doesn't watch this. But
we're going to be called out soon.
No, bro, but again, I just want to... What do you think about the World Cup right now in South Africa? Because we were speaking earlier, and I genuinely think that the Rugby World Cup, out of all the World Cups, bring the most amount of gears to this country.
I agree 100%. So all the World Cups are cool, massive followings, but the rugby one is where you get that proper South African gears coming through.
Yes, yeah.
Which is super cool. You'll see later today when the rugby starts, the Oaks don't want to hear no sound. They want to stand. They want to sing the national anthem. And that's what we want to bring to this type of fan part.
Yes.
You want that because we're South African. Proudly.
That's it. Proudly South African. And Tommy, what do you think is a South African chance of winning this World Cup?
I took them to beat Scotland by 12, and I backed them to win it.
I want to ask one topic firsthand just to get this going, bro. In your opinion, bro, how important is it to choose the right friends to hang out with?
Bro, that is such a deep question. Today I was actually out with my media guy, right? We were looking for like content creation, taking photos and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he literally said, dude, you're such a lone wolf. I'm like, the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
You know? So, and he made me realize that I'm just a lonely guy. I'm so independent. I struggle with friends. And not because I'm a dick or I'm super serious and no one wants to hang out with me. It's not that really. But it's more of like I just genuinely appreciate my own space. I genuinely appreciate spending time by myself, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's such an important question because then you ask me, what's the importance of choosing friends. I do have friends, genuine friends, by the way, you know, that
I was about to say, everyone watching this right now is like, fuck this
guys,
guy.
No. I've got genuine friends. I actually call them my brothers now.
Yeah.
I've known them for more than 10
Friends
years.
should be family, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how I'm so grateful for those friends, because I'll be dead honest with you. I am where I am today as an entrepreneur because of those friends as well.
Yeah.
You know, they've played a huge role in me choosing my path, in me going for what I want. And, you know, sometimes it's always banter, like,
yeah,
you stupid idiot.
Take the piss, yeah.
You know, you're scared of girls or whatever. But it's like, it's crazy because I gained a lot of confidence, a lot of brotherhood, a lot of community around my friends. And I think that's so important to find those kind of friends in your life, because those are the people that really curate your life.
Yes.
As much as I think I'm responsible, I'm a lone wolf. I got here by myself. But trust me, there are days where you just want to sit down and cry, and you need a shoulder to cry on, and it can't always be a chick.
Yeah, no, it can't be, bro. I always say that there's certain people in your life that play certain roles, bro.
Yeah.
So certain people you can tell certain things to because they just understand it better.
Exactly.
They'll be able to either comfort you or give you the correct advice in those moments. Not everybody is for everything.
Yeah.
So your partner could be one thing, your best mate could be another thing, and you just share specific things with specific people.
Yeah.
But I want to sit on that thing that you said there about being a lone wolf, and I relate to that so much, bro.
I can imagine,
bro. Like, I'm a very extroverted person. I'm very social. You know, when I go out, I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me, but I love my own company.
Sure.
To a point where it actually becomes a little bit toxic. That I have struggled with relationships in the past because people want to spend more time with me, and I just don't want to, bro. No matter how much I would like to, but I can't do it, bro.
You and I, bro.
Every night I have to spend minimum 2 hours on my own.
Yeah.
No words spoken. No one saying anything to me. No one in my space. No one touching my energy.
Yeah.
Just to come back to life before I start again the next fucking day. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people always, as you say, lonely.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between being alone and being lonely.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
I think there's a big difference, and I think a lot of people get it wrong, bro, because sorry, I'm going on a full monologue here,
you're
bro.
going hard, man. But I love it. You're going hard. Yeah.
Bro, and you know, like, so I've always been the person, I haven't been in long-term relationships at all, bro. My longest is like 6 weeks. Okay. Swear to God, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm sorry, I thought you were going to say 6 months.
No, you didn't see that one coming, eh? No. And for me, it's just... I like being alone because I'm also on my mission. I know what the fuck I want to do, bro. So I think especially having a partner in a relationship, you got to have the right partner to chase your dreams with, because the wrong partner, I've seen it with nearly everybody I know, drags them back, holds them back.
All the time.
And dude, a relationship alone is a bigger job than your actual job. Oof. In my opinion.
That's true.
That's a fucking work 24/7, never-ending job, bro. And I want to be married with kids one day. I want to have a person, you know, lacquer.
I was actually, talking to you right now really hit so hard because I go through the same thing. I struggle with relationships. I prefer being alone, actually. But, you know, how do you explain that to a spouse?
You don't.
How do you say to them, I really need some alone time?
Consistently every day.
And she's gonna think, you know,
I don't want to spend time with you. And that's not it, bro, because I agree with you completely, because it sounds like such a douche thing to say, but it's such a needed thing I think it's just the way we are as people, bro. I mean, like, we're both entrepreneurs, we're both on our business, we're on our purpose, shit like that. You know, the cliche fucking top G's things. But it's a real thing, bro. And fucking, I think people I don't think they not respect it, they just don't understand it.
What was your biggest failure so far? What do you think your biggest failure was so far, and how did that impact your growth, contribute to your success?
the first thing comes as alcohol. So I used to drink quite a lot. I just like having a good time. Do you know what I mean? Like I literally, I don't get aggressive, none of that. I just like having a good time. But the problem is I don't know when to stop. So as soon as I eliminated that, you know, I didn't have these slow Mondays and Tuesdays, you know what I mean? Like you come in, you're hungover from the weekend, and then you only kind of come right Wednesday, Thursday. And for someone who gets paid according to your performance, it's not like an hourly paid job. So as soon as I eliminated that, it doesn't matter what, at any time, if someone needs to view or if they need something at 9 o'clock at night or 8 o'clock in the morning. The other day I did a viewing at like 5:30 in the morning.
I saw that.
So I'm ready.
But that's what it takes.
Exactly.
That's what it takes.
And other people are not prepared to do that.
Yeah.
So alcohol, removing that from my life, that was the best thing. And I literally, every weekend, I thank myself for it. You know, I wake up, I feel fresh, I go for my run. You know, I've started to, we've got this menathon, which only men are allowed, but it's a group of guys that are successful.
Menathon.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. It's a group of guys that are pretty much successful, who want to be successful, that are like-minded. And, you know, alcohol and partying aren't the priority. It's like, you know, serving your family and doing what you can to obviously better yourself, so that you can provide your market more value, so the market can reward you, so that you can serve those that are closest to you.